Yo, yo, it's the HTC show. Cause if you don't do it, we gon' do it. If you don't do it,
Suspend Disbelief podcast.
SCP.
What's up?
I can't hear you at all.
You can't hear me at all?
Nope.
Well,
Okay.
what's up? How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. That was a dope intro video.
Thank you. I don't know if you heard the sound, but they heard the sound. I even sang a song to it too, so.
Well, fucking great. Congratulations to the audience. I didn't hear a damn thing.
Well, you could go back and look at it again, sir.
Yeah, I'll have to go watch it in the archives like a damn common fan and not the goddamn co-host of the show.
That's, well, you know. I'm sorry about that. Welcome to the Suspend Disbelief podcast. Disbelief podcast. And that is
Hi.
this guy right here is my friend. His name's Trauma, and my name is Wally, or Bobby, or Adam, whatever one I'm feeling. For
Names
whatever
don't fucking matter.
Names don't matter, really. We're the voice of the voiceless. We're the voiceless. How about that?
Yeah, we're not. Don't be copyrighting people.
Mm-hmm.
We're just the voiceless.
We're the pod of the voiceless. We're the podcast of the voiceless. So what's going on, man?
Sure.
It's been about a month since we talked, though. Yeah, I know you don't want to talk to me. I don't know you like talking to me.
Well, you know. Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Well, when we started this, we said we were going to go every week, and then we said every other week, and now we pretty much have settled on once a month, I guess.
No, I don't want to settle on once a month. I don't want to do once a month. We should do it once a week. Though. We should do it once a week, don't you think? We can talk about wrestling once a week for an hour a week.
Yeah, we can, but we don't, because, you know, one of us is usually not available when the other one wants to record.
Right.
Every time I'm, like, popping up to record, you've been away for, like, 47 hours, and then you always want to record when I'm doing shit.
You just have to message me, man. I've been away because no one's messaging me, you know? Like it's a little black hole.
I can't help it that you're unpopular, man.
But you message me. You message me. You should.
Fine.
God
Yeah,
damn.
all right, cool. I said I wasn't going to yell this week. Don't get me started,
No,
man.
you should yell. It's the whole show is you yelling, man.
I got my stress ball, man.
Don't stress. Why are you stressing?
Because I don't squeeze it whenever you say something stupid.
Oh. So, well, it seems like last time we spoke, I was saying some shit about Brock Lesnar going to the fucking UFC with the WWE belt. Why does that look so? That doesn't look stupid now, does it?
It does, because he's not going to have that belt when he goes to the UFC, because he's going to fucking lose it at SummerSlam.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he ain't.
Yes, he is.
You said he's gonna lose it at WrestleMania. He didn't.
No, because he re-signed before WrestleMania, so I changed my mind on that.
So you think that he's just gonna leave wrestling altogether? You don't think that like Ronda Rousey being there, Daniel Cormier talking about you know joining the WWE.
Yeah, but Ronda Rousey is full-time. She's committed. She's not fucking with the UFC. You know what I mean?
But that's his gimmick, man. That's his fucking gimmick. That's how he's a heel, by being that part-time guy that he doesn't have to show up.
But he's over. It's done. It's run its course. I mean, have you heard the biggest pops that the WWE is getting lately is when Kurt Angle threatens to strip Brock Lesnar of the title. You know, people are over him. They want that belt off him. You're literally the only person in the world, I think, that's excited about another Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar match.
Oh, I never said I'm excited about that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, when did I say that?
You're all about.
I'm excited. I'm excited about Brock Lesnar beating Roman Reigns again.
He's not gonna beat him again.
Oh yeah, what's gonna happen? Braun Strowman's gonna come in and take that shit from him.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Roman's not walking away with that title. No way, bro. No fucking way.
He's gonna at least beat Brock.
Yeah, he couldn't even beat Bobby Lashley. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you see that? Like,
well, he did beat him. How'd he get the title shot?
Okay, but the first two times they kind of got into it. First of all, Bobby Lashley manhandles him like a motherfucker.
Bobby Lashley should be the one getting the match. I mean, I don't think anybody would. I think everybody would rather see Lashley get the match. Something different. You have the MMA, background with both guys. It's fresh, you know. I would much rather see that.
Well, yeah. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Uh, like until WrestleMania though. I think WrestleMania.
Well, I don't know. I mean, WrestleMania is like probably very close to around the time where Brock will probably have had his fight. So I don't know if he's going to be doing WrestleMania.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
That what I think is it's going to be like what happened before with the Mark Hunt thing, where he was still under contract with WWE, let him go ahead and go fight and all. You know what I mean? But
Right.
the difference this time is he's pretty much. I think his contract's pretty much done after SummerSlam. And if he wins, I don't see him coming back. I don't think he's going to win, though. I think he's going to lose. And I think he's going to go home and he's going to be like, what's the easiest way for me to make more money? Let me go ahead and call Vince again, you know? Because he can fight when he wants. He can wrestle when he wants. He can fight when he wants if he gets reinstated. I mean, I don't see why he would walk away from, you know, all that guaranteed money.
Right.
To do nothing in WWE. The problem is, you know, like I said, I think a lot of people are over it. It's been years now. The novelty is worn off. I think Brock's kind of exposed himself as like a one-trick kind of pony at this point. The
novelty is not worn off, bro.
He has the same match again and again and again.
So does Hulk Hogan. So does Stone Cold Steve Austin. So does John Cena. So does Roman Reigns.
But he has the resentment right now of because he's been gone so long. You know what I mean? Because he's not there.
That's why he's a good heel.
The fans resent that though, but I don't think it's good heat. I think it's go away heat. Everyone just wants him to lose. They just want him to lose, and they want the title back on TV.
Who wants that title? I mean, I don't know.
Everyone.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
They go crazy.
Because listen.
They want him stripped.
With that title off TV, right? What happens is that it gives the Intercontinental title more smoke. You know, it gives it more like heat. You know, like it.
They already blew that though when they took it off a set.
No.
They blew a chance to have Seth do a whole angle with Brock there when Seth was red hot, and now Seth is just back down. You know, they cooled him off so much with the Ziggler feud. That horrible Extreme Rules match where the crowd turned on it. They were making buzzer noises. They tried the main event. Like, it was not good. It was just not good. Honestly, WWE has been swinging and missing for a while now. I mean, are you interested in the product at all right now? I can barely watch the product at this point.
And why is that with the female wrestling and all the?
No, it has nothing to do with the female wrestling.
Why are you hating the female?
You and your anti-female. Yo, you're the anti-female.
No, I'm not. I'm all about Sasha Banks.
We can go back to the first ever podcast.
I'm all about that. I'm anti-shitty wrestling. I'm anti-shitty wrestling. Okay, I like female wrestlers that can wrestle, not shitty wrestlers.
What the hell are you so in love with Carmella for then?
Because Carmella can wrestle.
She's horrible in the ring. You just contradicted yourself.
She's not horrible in the ring. Say that to her face. She's the champion, bro. You don't think she deserves it? I just think she deserves it, bro.
She is a great character.
She is.
You cannot tell me she's great in the ring, though.
She's great in the ring.
Barely passable in the ring.
Bro, you're wrong.
You're wrong. Who the hell thinks Carmella's a great wrestler?
I do.
Yeah.
And supposedly Vince does, too.
Your opinion is horrible.
And
you know.
Vince does as well, doesn't he?
I don't think Vince thinks she's a great wrestler. I don't think anyone thinks she's a great wrestler. She's passable. She could get better. I mean, Alexa's gotten a lot better. She's become a good wrestler. But, I mean, not Carmella. And it has nothing to do with the women. It's just the product is just not... It's just stale for me right now. I'm just over the Roman and Brock again. They had a chance to do something with Lashley. They didn't. You know, the Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens thing is not good. I'm not a fan of that. They're just sticking around with Braun to buy time before they actually do something with him. The Bayley and Sasha thing, I mean, I'm so over that. It's like friends, enemies, friends, enemies.
Why are you really over that? Because that seems
I'm
like
so over that. It's been going on since before WrestleMania. It's August, dude. They've been doing it all year, and they've paid nothing off with it.
Okay.
I mean, Raw basically. I mean, SmackDown has some okay stuff, but I'm pretty much over Raw. I mean, I still like McIntyre. I still think that he's money. Everyone else on Raw just there's
Braun
nothing.
Strowman. Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. This Kevin
Owens. Yeah.
Have you been liking this? Porta potties and fucking flipping rental cars.
It's fun.
That's what you want to see?
What do you want to see, bro? Why are you so angry today?
I'm not angry.
You are angry, bro. You're so angry. What?
SmackDown's a better show. I'm into the Randy Orton thing. I think.
Yeah, that is cool. Actually, that is really cool.
Yeah. The Orton Shinsuke Hardy thing. I'm liking that.
Yeah.
You know, I like the AJ and Samoa Joe build they got.
I like that Cien Almond and what's his name? Fucking
and
Rusev. I like that too.
That's a good feud they got going. You know, I like the Miz and Daniel Bryan starting to heat back up. You know, they got the tag tournament going on. The face. I mean, so yeah, I like SmackDown. SmackDown's a better show, but Raw to me is just I can't even watch Raw. My DVR fucked up and didn't record Raw. And I was just like, fuck it. I didn't even go online. I didn't bother to look at results. I didn't bother to, you know, usually I'd be like, oh, let me go see what happened. Let me go, you know, just download the show or stream it. I was almost relieved. I was like, fuck it. Even my DVR doesn't want to record this shit. And I just moved on with my life, you know. I would have never done that ever before, you know. But I was just like, fuck it. I didn't even care. That's how over Raw I am.
Really?
Yep.
So, what if you're over Raw? Then what are you on then right now? Just SmackDown.
SmackDown, the G1, New Japan, TNA, Impact Wrestling has been really good lately.
Oh yeah.
That Impact Wrestling pay-per-view, which I told you to go watch, and of course you didn't.
I watched the first 15 seconds. I fell asleep, bro. I was like knocked out like a light, you know. Just.
Yeah, well, don't blame the show. That's on you, man. That was a great show. Big Evolve weekend. There's a lot of good matches coming up this weekend. After we get off here, I'm gonna probably go watch those Evolve shows. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good wrestling out there if you look for it. NXT has been good. You know, Ciampa's got the belt now. So,
right, I saw that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good wrestling out there. It's just that the problem is, it's kind of like MMA. It's kind of like anything. If the king is down, it's almost like the whole business is down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, so when the WWE feels stale and when the WWE feels unimportant, it almost makes it like everything is stale and unimportant. It has like a trickle-down effect on the business.
Right.
But I think there's a lot of things that are going pretty good right now. And I mean, it's the summer. It's always kind of a lull after WrestleMania. The thing is, though, after Mania, it always kind of goes down. But around SummerSlam, it kind of starts to build back up because we're building for SummerSlam. That's a big show. And then after SummerSlam, you know, we build this Survivor Series. And bam, it's the Rumble. We're back on the road to WrestleMania. So it's just supposed to be when things start picking back up after WrestleMania letdown. I just don't think it's ever picked back up. There's nothing since WrestleMania has really wowed me where I've been like, oh my God, I can't wait, you know, for the next pay-per-view. But so, like, I mean, SummerSlam's supposed to be one of the biggest shows of the year, and I don't feel excited at all for it. I mean, what are you looking forward to at SummerSlam? Do you even know the matches on SummerSlam?
Yeah,
I have to look it up.
It's that Brock and Roman. You got the Shinsuke defending the title against what's his face, Jeff Hardy.
Are they doing a straight up match without Orton?
I think Orton's going to be in a 3-way or something like that.
I'm looking at the card now. It just says with Hardy for now. Okay.
You got Ronda Rousey.
And Alexa Bliss.
You got.
I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to that just because Rousey's been really good whenever she wrestles. And I think with, you know, Alexa is such a chicken shit heel and such
She's so good, though. She's so good.
Yeah, it'll be great to watch Ronda rip her arm off. I mean, she's like almost at Stephanie McMahon levels of you just want to see her get her ass beat, you know. She's a character.
You got Carmella going up against Becky Lynch. You got
and Charlotte Flair.
Oh, that's right, and Charlotte Flair.
Which I'm not a fan of. Like they built Becky up, and now she's just right back to being Charlotte's
I
understudy.
I think that you got Sasha and Bailey.
They're not officially on the card.
They might be going to Evolution then, or yeah, Evolution.
AJ and Joe.
AJ and Joe, that's the one, bro. That's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for that, bro. Come on, you got to give it up. Let's see. I think Rusev is doing something. I can't remember.
He's not on the card yet either. The rest of the card is Strowman and Owens for Money in the Bank, which.
Oh, if he loses, Kevin Owens gets the Money in the Bank. Yeah. So.
Ziggler and Rollins again. There's no stip on that match, which I don't understand because they've had like 5 matches already, and they just had an Iron Man match. So how do you go from an Iron Man just back to a regular match?
Is it for the title? Is it for the belt?
Yeah, it's for the belt, but there's no stip added yet. And then it's the Bludgeons against whoever wins the tournament.
So I'm excited about pretty much the AJ, the Kevin Owens match, the AJ match, and if the Usos make that.
Well, Usos already eliminated.
Oh, did they get it?
It's going to be between New Day and Bar.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
And I kind of hope it's the Bar because I'm tired of just seeing the Bludgeons just destroy the smaller teams. I think it would be interesting to see like Cesaro and Sheamus. They can like really beat on each other. It's not just going to be where the Bludgeons are just decimating because they got like 2 big motherfuckers in there that can throw down with them.
Right.
And I think Cesaro, you got potential to turn them into a big time face act if they can go, and beat on the Bludgeons. So yeah, I mean it's not a horrible card, but a lot of it is repeat, and a lot of it is just underwhelming to me.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good match with the what's it called, with those oh shoot, my bad. Sorry, I'm trying to find you again.
I'm trying to find you again.
Find you again. Sorry, bro. But yeah, it's not gonna be horrible. I think it's gonna be good. I think you're just a pessimist, man. I think you need to lighten up. I think you need to remember that it's just a fucking TV show. Like you can't really expect that much from it. The fact that you could sit there for a fucking couple hours and just zone out on the TV and be like, oh shit, for a couple seconds and just watch some dudes, hurt, like pretend to hurt each other in the ring. Like that's kind of what it is to me, man. That's
okay,
all the extra storyline. That's kind of bonus, Like most of it, sometimes like when a good match is a good match, that's the shit. Most of the time, man, when I'm watching Raw or something, I'll kind of do something else if the match is boring. A match will have to catch me. Like sometimes if I hear this is awesome, that's when I'll be like, oh, what's going on? Like then I'll tune into what's going on the TV. But most of the time, like if it's, I'll just zone out. Like I'll just look at my phone or do something. So
you're defending wrestling by saying it's so bad and boring I don't even pay attention to it.
No, I'm defending it by saying that not every match is going to be a 5-star match, man.
I'm not saying every match needs to be 5-star. I'm just saying, that there's nothing going on that I'm really interested in right now.
That's a lie because you're interested in Samoa Joe and AJ. You're interested.
Well, I mean,
you're interested. You're interested. You're interested in Ronda Rousey.
I'm interested in just seeing her wrestle.
Okay, that's still interest.
Yeah, well, I'm saying I'm always going to be interested in wrestling. I mean, we watch wrestling through the most horrible times in the history of professional wrestling. That doesn't mean we can't just not like it.
So you sitting here throwing stones at the castle, being like, boo this, boo that. Like how's that? How's that like even?
Because that's what we're here to do.
Not necessarily, bro.
We're not here to just fucking praise everything.
No.
We're here to give our opinions, and my opinion is that Raw sucks right now.
All right.
I mean,
Raw sucked for the last 20 years, pretty much, man. So Raw sucked since 2002. So what is it like?
Okay, so then I'm right. What's the problem?
All right, man. Well,
I'm saying, like, your argument to me is like,
So let's talk.
just don't worry about it. Like, but
I'm saying no. My argument is like find the gems in the through the bullshit.
I did. I just sat here and listed all the things I like. I'm just saying I don't like everything else.
All right.
I don't think we need to just. We don't need to just love it because it's on, and we need to just relax and just enjoy it for what it is. I mean, if that's the case, then fucking you can say that about anything. I mean, there's music that you don't like, right? I mean, there's bands that you love that put out shitty music, right? Or you're just gonna sit there and be like, oh, this fucking sucks, but I'm just gonna enjoy it because of the effort they put in, and because I'm a fan. No, a fan means that you can say I don't like this, especially when you pay for something. I pay for fucking internet, I pay for cable, I pay for the network. So if I don't like it, I'm gonna fucking say that shit sucks.
Okay. So moving on to something that hasn't sucked, then, right?
See, what are you about to say?
You tell me. It would be how's the G1 climax, the 14-day fucking.
It too much.
It is, right?
It's too much. 19 shows. It's just too much,
All about 3 hours long, right?
Yep, all 3 hours plus. You've got like 4 main events every night. They're all going like 20 to 30 minutes. They're all just, it's just too much. It gets to the point where you're just like, you're so desensitized to it all. And like, you just have to, even just trying to pick and choose what matches to watch based on what people say. It's still too much because they're so close together,
Right.
It's like, and I was like, this is the year because I'm big into New Japan. I'm like, this is the year I'm gonna watch every show. I'm gonna watch every match. I'm gonna be caught up with the entire tournament. I was like 2 shows in and I was done. I was out already. I could not keep up. So yeah, it's just too much. So basically my advice, you want to get into the G1, you want to see all the best matches, don't even watch the G1. Wait till the G1 is over, because like a day, a week after the G1 is over, there's going to be torrent packs of all the best matches from the G1, and you can just watch all the best matches, That's my advice. So unless you're like some kind of super hardcore fan that needs to see everything, just catch a torrent, catch all the best matches, you catch yourself up. The torrent is still going to be like 9 hours long, but you can break that up over a couple days and just.
Is that what you did?
It's not. It's still going on, man. It's still going on. I tapped out after a couple days. I'm just waiting for the pack now.
So what exactly is the G1? Like, what does that mean? What is that? Because wasn't the G1 like at the Cow Palace? Like, wasn't that like?
No, that was like a G1 special attraction show. That pretty much was like a precursor or like a prelude to the actual G1. The G1 is like 20 guys, 19 shows. There's 2 blocks, and everyone has to wrestle everyone else in their block. And in the end, the 2 top guys that win their block wrestle each other for pretty much a guarantee. It's like Money in the Bank, but you do it with fucking 20 guys over 19 shows all wrestling each other. And then just like Money in the Bank, you get pretty much a briefcase, but you don't get to just cash it in anytime you want. You have to cash it in at Wrestle Kingdom, which is like their WrestleMania in January. So like that's how they set up their WrestleMania. Basically, it's like a Royal Rumble where you get the guaranteed shot. You have to go through the G1, and it's a great tournament. There's always some of the best matches of the year come out of the G1. You set up feuds for the whole year because you have some underdog or undercard guy will pin Kenny Omega, or he'll pin Okada or Tanahashi, and all of a sudden he's like a legit guy because he pinned one of your biggest stars. So every year you're going to have these big upsets, and, guys have blowaway performances, and it makes them a star, because you're pretty much wrestling every other top guy in the promotion within, a month period. So you can't help but, get better during doing that. And this is one of their most stacked lineups, but it's just too fucking much, man. 3 shows every weekend, it's too much.
Yeah, so it is a lot of fucking wrestling though. Like I try to watch night 14 or something like that, and I saw Kenny Omega was in a tag team match, and like, it's like, why is it that the champion is like in a tag team match like the second match on the card? You know, like why is
It's because that night his block was not featured. There's block A, block B, so they alternate nights. So whenever your block is not featured, you're pretty much just in undercard matches that don't mean anything. It's kind of like I told you about New Japan, where like there's gonna be 3 or 4 main matches, and then there's just gonna be a shitload of 6-mans and 8-mans and 10-mans that don't really mean anything in the end. And so that's how they do the G1. You're gonna have like 4 matches with all the guys that are in the tournament, but that night is not their block. So you're gonna see Okada and Omega and Naito and Tanahashi and all your top guys in meaningless 6-mans and 8-mans, which their roster is so huge. I don't see why we can't just give them the night off. They've got they've got 19 shows. I don't think they need to wrestle every night. Let them have the night off that it's not their block. They don't need to be out there doing meaningless matches. But that's how they do the tournaments.
So it's like almost how many matches a week? How many nights? How many shows a week are they doing?
They do 3 shows every weekend, I believe. I think it's Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Monday. I know it's like 3 shows every weekend, and that goes on for 4 to 6 weeks or so. There's 19 shows altogether. So, and every show has tournament matches. So it's like a long fucking tournament, and it's all based on points and stuff. So you have to keep track of who has this many wins and losses and draws, and and in the end, the top 2 guys will just go at it for the. Well, New Japan has a lot of tournaments, though. I mean, there's the G1 they do every year. There's the Best of the Super Junior Heavyweights they do every year. There's the New Japan Cup they do every year. There's the World Tag League they do every year, and it's just because they have such a bloated roster that you can't, when you have a roster that big, you gotta have like events that to feature them, kind of like WWE. I mean, we don't have, like before it was just we would have stipulation matches to blow a big feud off. Like you're not gonna see Hell in a Cell, you're not gonna see Money in the Bank, you're gonna see Elimination Chamber when there's a reason for it. We build up a big feud and we're like, okay, we need to blow this off, let's have Hell in a Cell. Now it's like, okay, Hell in a Cell is coming up, so we need to create a reason to put these guys in the cell. Kind of like what New Japan does with their shows. There's like no real reason to keep having all these tournaments, but it's just like we have so many guys, we need to do all these tours and get them on the shows, so we need to make it look like there's a reason we're having all these matches and all these guys. So they do have a shit ton of tournaments every year.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like they're kind of becoming a little bit of competition for WWE. It seems like more and more people are talking about them, and more people are kind of aware. Kenny Omega is like doing it like the best he could, kind of just almost introducing the American audience to Japanese wrestling, the Japanese style wrestling, and like. So much so where I'm like downloading Kenny Omega's shoot interviews and things like that, and just kind of like getting into his matches. But yeah, man, it's pretty. I think it's pretty.
Omega is like, it's crazy because Kenny Omega was actually signed to the WWE a long time ago when he was first starting out, and he hated it there. He bailed on them. He went to Japan and he was a comedy wrestler. I mean, you can look on YouTube. I mean, you've seen him wrestling the doll, or like wrestling the Invisible Man, and wrestling the 9-year-old girl, and then he did all that shit. And he had like the Champion of Anywhere title, where he'd like have matches on mountains and shit. So he was like a comedy guy. He came up in DDT, and then he was always a great wrestler, but he was like a comedy guy. No one ever took him seriously. And then, he signed with New Japan, and he was a junior heavyweight. And, he was having great matches, but he was still, no one thought he was like a legit heavyweight top guy. It wasn't until, AJ Styles left, signed with WWE, and, the New Japan was kind of desperate at that point because they lost Nakamura, they lost AJ, they lost Gallows and Anderson. So they lost like 4 of their big guys all in one shot. So they had to, push new people, and they decided that they were going to push Omega, and all of a sudden he became a heavyweight, and now he's like considered like one of the best wrestlers in the world. So he's like interesting how he came up. Like if you look at his old stuff and his comedy act, and it's like this guy, this is the best wrestler in the world right now. This is the guy everyone's talking about. It's kind of crazy, but he's legit, man. I mean,
I like him.
Go. Yeah, he's a great character.
So what do you think about Daniel Bryan not signing with the WWE? You think he's going to go to New Japan?
I don't think so. I think he's going to resign.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't see him going anywhere. I mean, I think as much as he would love to go out and go to New Japan and Ring of Honor and PWG and have these amazing matches and all, I think a part of him might think or know that he's probably best off just to stay where he is. He can still go out and have good matches. He's not going to have the kind of matches he would have in New Japan, but at this point in his career, I don't think he needs to. I don't even know if he honestly wants to. I think maybe, a part of him wants to go out there just to like prove to himself that I can still go out there with,
and go and have and have the best matches in the fucking planet.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But I think another part of him might be like, I was just off for 4 damn years, because I used to wrestle that kind of style all the time.
I think
maybe I should just, make my money, shut my mouth, and just, chill.
I think what's going on is that the WWE's kind of got him in a cookie cutter role. With these cookie cutter matches, they're kind of limiting him. They're not like giving him exactly like
AJ and Joe.
Right.
They're giving him big casts.
Right. They're kind of they're giving him like his allure is kind of gone now. You know what I'm saying? Has kind of like.
Oh yeah, they wiped it away so quick too.
Yeah, like that whole Daniel Bryan mystique was so awesome. It was just like incredible when Daniel Bryan would come out and now it's just kind of like, so what? So fucking what? But now if he left the WWE, and he went to Japan, he has some amazing matches, or anywhere, if he just went to the Indies, and did what fucking Cody Rhodes is doing, like, and then comes back and almost like it like how Bret Hart came back, you know what I'm saying?
So you want him to leave and then come back?
Yeah, of course.
Kind of like when he got fired?
Well, not when he got fired, but leave.
Well, remember when he got fired and he went to the Indies and he was like so hot and he became such a popular act that they had no choice but to bring his ass back?
Right, kind of like what Jericho does. You know what I'm saying? Like how.
Oh yeah, like a Jericho type deal.
Right.
I don't think they would give him that though. Like,
why not? He's Daniel Bryan, bro.
Well, I think he's Daniel Bryan to me. He's Daniel Bryan to you. But do you think that Vince McMahon still sees him as anything more than just a mid-card guy? I don't think Vince McMahon sees, all the money in him.
He will if he leaves, right? Because that's probably he will if he leaves. Right?
Yeah. Like look, like they're trying to get Cody back now.
Right.
They're trying to get Juice Robinson back. Like
I don't know why Ryback. I don't know why Ryback isn't as popping as the other guys. Like Ryback.
Yeah, he doesn't really do a lot of indies. He doesn't really keep himself out there.
Alberto Del Rio. Fucking like, why aren't these guys?
They bought him back so many times. I think he's kind of burned.
No,
out.
But Alberto, like, where is he at though? Why isn't he Alberto Del Rio fucking in New Japan? Well, he's in Mexico, right? Isn't he in Mexico?
Well, because he's burned a lot of his bridges too. I mean, when he first left, he was in ROH. He was up on Impact, but he burns bridges, man.
Yeah, he doesn't show no shows. Right.
Yeah, he fucks shit up. He fucks up people's plans. He no-showed WrestleMania weekend, fucked up their big plans, but it actually ended up working out because he no-showed. They bought in a Pentagon and Phoenix, and it opened up like a big Lucha Underground connection. So the Impact's got a lot of shit going on now, because Alberto kind of fucked them over. But I think you got a point because WWE, it's weird because when you're in the system, they want you to just kind of fall in line and be a soldier. You do what they say.
You're not a star yet.
They don't want you to go out of your. Like, if you go and get yourself over, they hate that. Like, they'll push you, like, begrudgingly. If you get yourself over to, like, a crazy degree like Daniel Bryan did, where they have no choice but to push you. But other guys that have gotten themselves over but not, that big, they get punched. Like, look at Zack Ryder. I mean, he got himself over.
Look at Matt Hardy. Look at Matt Hardy.
Bro. Yeah, Matt Hardy. Yeah, exactly. But the weird thing is, but then when you leave the company and do it, it's like they respect you more.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at
Look,
EC3.
because it's like, look what I could do without you. You know, like you don't need me, I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? You need me, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all these dudes. I mean, they did that. They left. They made themselves names, and WWE just couldn't wait to bring them back. Like EC3, Lashley, McIntyre. You know, all these dudes that bailed on them. Now they're trying. They want Cody Rhodes. Now they want Juice Robinson back. You know,
they see Ziggler. Ziggler looks like he's not going to re-sign, right? Ziggler's not re-signing or what? So
I think I don't think Ziggler's ever leaving WWE.
I think Ziggler's gonna leave, bro.
He's like a lifer.
That's why they have the belt on him now, because
he's kind of like Kofi Kingston.
I think that's why they have the belt on Ziggler, because Ziggler's like, I'm gonna leave, bro. I'm like, you guys are not giving me anything here. And if he leaves, he could be like a Cody Rhodes, where man, that's a big name. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and he might actually, because he can actually go in the ring also. Mm-hmm. Like Cody can go, but he can't go at like a Dolph Ziggler level, you know.
What about John Morrison though? John Morrison did not make his name like, well, he's been out there doing the thing, but I don't think he has gained the respect as some of like Cody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then again, there's rumors that he may be back soon, because he's been all over the Miz's new TV show, because him and Miz are like
best friends, right? Yeah.
So he's been all over the Miz's reality show. So there's rumors that there might be like an opening for him to return to the WWE. I think he's kind of like a Jeff Hardy case, where he might not be the tippy top guy, but he's athletic enough. He's over enough that he can always be a top upper mid card guy. He can always get a pop. He can always have a good match. But always, you might not want to make him your world champion, but he's always can be a US IC title level guy, and you can always put he can be your one.
I don't know. I think him and Finn Balor could have a pretty good match. Him and AJ could have a pretty good match. Him and fucking Shinsuke could have a good match.
I think him and Miz could have a major feud where he could come back and just be like.
No, but they had a tag team together though. Remember, that would be dope if they.
I was supposed to be the star of this team.
They were saying, remember, who's going to be the Shawn Michaels, who's going to be the Marty Jannetty, right?
I was Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
everyone said the Miz was Marty Jannetty, and the Miz can be like, well, history will show you who the fuck Marty Jannetty was,
Well, I mean, that would be cool if John Morrison came back. He could have some good matches with some dudes in there. But something you said, like, what am I excited for on Raw? Like, something I'm really excited for is the B team, man. They've been killing it the last few weeks, bro. And it's fucking awesome watching them, dude. And then seeing like Bray Wyatt go up against fucking Bo Dallas, man, and the velocity they hit each other with, man. Like they hit each other hard as fuck.
Well, they're brothers. So
yeah, I know. Right.
Beat the shit out of each other.
Well, or that they've been doing it their whole lives. They just trust each other so much, that like.
And if you're Bo, you got to be like.
You got to sell, right?
My brother's a big star here, let me fuck him up a little bit.
No, like Bo,
there's got to be some.
He sells. No, Bo sells like a lot for Bray. Like when Bray hits him, like it's if you haven't seen the matches, dude, go and watch them, because that's like.
I've seen the matches. I mean, I haven't been blown away by the matches, but I don't expect to be blown away by like the B team matches. They're a great undercard act. I just like I was telling you before, I think the Raw tag team title situation is just too much comedy. I mean, look at the teams.
It's not really that comedy, man. It's comedy because the B team is comedy.
Well, B team is a comedy act. Breezango's a comedy act. Slater and Rhino's a comedy act. Titus and fucking.
Not really. Titus, they're going up against the those big dudes, the fucking.
AOP.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, there's so much comedy teams on Raw. It's like Ascension, they're fucking jokes.
True. But yeah, man. What else? What's going on?
Did you hear Elias's album?
No, I didn't hear it. I saw it. I was gonna listen to it, but I didn't want to listen to it.
It's kind of dope. It's just like a 4-song EP, but. It's pretty good, man. I liked it. Yeah, I dug it. There's some funny. He has some funny ass lines. I mean, it's not gonna be like, and it was like what, the number 6 or something on the iTunes and shit. So got a lot of
Well,
downloads.
yeah, you know how many times they promoted it that day? You know what I'm saying? Like how many times they promoted it on Raw? Like how many freaking
I don't know. I haven't been watching Raw.
Well, yeah, on Raw, like every other segment, it would start with him being like, "My name is Elias," and everyone would just interrupt him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "My record's being released today," and then he would get interrupted. So,
It's not bad.
yeah.
A lot of dudes died, man.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Christopher,
Yeah.
Nikolai Volkov.
Yeah. That shit
Nikolai
happens.
was old. Christopher fucking killed himself.
Yeah, that's fucking
Christopher's
sad.
he's been involved in a lot of shit though. I mean, a lot of shit, bad shit with him lately in the news.
Like what? Speak on it, bro. I don't know.
I don't know, motherfucker. You were posting those fucking updates on him.
Did I?
He got into that fight with that other wrestler that beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And then he went to jail. And
But imagine like killing yourself, bro. Like killing yourself because you got a drunk like DUI. Really, this that bad? Really that
well,
bad?
I mean, it wasn't just DUI. I mean, he had a lot of shit piling up, I guess.
Like what? What else? What else could be that bad?
I don't know, man. You never wanted to kill yourself?
No.
You never had a bad show and just been like, man, I suck. I'm just gonna kill myself and let him have the show.
Yeah. Is that what you think would happen? You would take over like that?
No, because I didn't know how to do all that technical shit, bro. I'd be like doing the podcast, recording it on my cell phone. Be like time limits and shit. I'd be like, download the podcast in fucking 27 individual parts. Shit. What else is going on? Hey, fucking Mayor Kane.
Oh yeah, the mayor. That's crazy, man.
That is insane, dude.
So he could run for president too now, right?
Shit, he could.
He totally could.
How the fuck do you lose to Kane as the mayor though?
Well, the mayor is like it's like Knoxville or some shit like that. It's not.
Yeah, but how do you not just run? How do you not just fucking run like some of the like ads with some of the shit he's done on TV?
That's probably the thing though. The people who were voting for him have been watching him for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, but I would be like, okay, is this the man you want to be mayor? And then he could always be like, that's just a character I play on TV. But then you can be like, yeah, but you had no objection to playing a character that murdered people and raped women,
right? Fucking.
Yeah,
But wait a minute.
Shocked testicles.
But imagine and set people on fire. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't say like, no, that doesn't promote family values. I mean, I would have had a field day with that.
He's
shit.
probably like a very well known character or a very well known person in his community too. Like he's like imagine if Kane lived in your fucking town, right? Everybody's gonna know Kane is so he's probably been like very nice, and Glenn Jacobs, he's probably been a normal dude to all the people in his town. And it's probably a small town, and they all know him. They all know he's a good guy.
It's crazy because like you don't think of like when you think of like other wrestlers that try to do politics. Of course, like Jesse Ventura, he won, but then like Jerry Lawler, I mean, he tried to run for mayor in Memphis, and you think that he would kill because Jerry Lawler is like a god in Memphis, and he finished like way down in the polls.
Well,
Booker T tried to run,
Yeah.
So
The Rock said he's gonna run for president.
Fuck, I doubt he will.
No, I think he will, bro.
Are we gonna be in this era now where we just all our presidents are gonna be celebrities? How is a normal person gonna run for president now after we've had Donald Trump and if The Rock comes after him?
If The Rock comes after him, it's like, man. I mean, I'm gonna vote for The Rock. Wouldn't you vote for The Rock?
I would, but just because I'm a wrestling fan.
But The Rock's also a good guy, man.
I vote for him for all the wrong reasons.
He's a good guy, though. He's, he has good
yeah, but
morals.
does a good guy mean you can do politics?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't be a good guy.
But he has more than just politics.
Sometimes you have to be, the bad guy. Maybe not as bad as some of our current president, but sometimes you got to be the bad guy.
Mm.
I don't want to get into politics, though. That's not what this show is about.
What this show's about suspending.
I love Donald Trump anyway.
Right.
I don't even like Donald Trump because of anything to do with politics. I like Donald Trump just because of how much he pisses people off.
Mm.
And as an asshole myself, I can appreciate how mad he gets people. So yeah, salute.
On that note.
Oh shit! More hate mail for me. First Me Too, now the Trump people.
Yeah, you could contact him at selwindessa36@gmail.com.
No, actually that's the wrong email, but I'm not going to correct it because I don't want people to get the wrong. Yep, 36. That's the number, definitely.
All right, G. Let's call it a day. Call it a short one. Yeah. About done. What else?
There ain't nothing to talk about.
Let's do it next week. Let's do it Saturday next week. Let's just do them every Saturday around this time.
Oh shit! All right. Well, so what that means is we'll see y'all in about 3 or 4 weeks.
No. Let's do it for real next week. We're doing it for real next week.
All right. Well,
all right. Or I'm doing it with Curtis or something. Something's gonna happen.
Man, fuck you. You don't cheat on me.
I'm not gonna cheat on you. I'm just saying, like, let's get on it. You know, let's do it. We got it. Cause man, we're on 7. Come on, let's get this momentum going. You know.
Don't give me this bullshit, dude.
I know. I'm busy too.
We had this conversation. Man.
I know. I'm busy too.
You didn't do any of the shit you said you were gonna do.
I know. Come on. But it's kind of you can't blame me because it's been a month, right? So it's like right. So come on.
It was both of us.
All right then.
All right. We'll see y'all motherfuckers next week.
Peace.